All right, just waiting for my. Okay, so give me a second. Sourcing phones locally for fix and flip. All right. So in this video, I'm going to be going over how you can source phones locally to fix and flip. Now, the biggest problem that people encounter when they're doing this is first and foremost they get intimidated by the prices that they see devices listed for on Facebook Marketplace. And just to kind of give you a little insight on that, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about human psychology. So when people list things on Facebook Marketplace, they almost never list it for the price that they intend to sell it for. So what this is called is anchoring, right? So they list it at a higher price to kind of anchor you and scare away low ballers and people who are going to try and give them a low price. But if you know anything about sales and negotiation, you would just reach out and message these people, right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna say, I see this has been listed for a while, but it hasn't sold yet. All right, so let's look at the pictures. So we know that the phone powers on. What's the highest offer you've received, and why haven't you sold it? Right? Now, this isn't what I normally would say, but I'm just trying to give you guys an example. Um, you don't want to send the standard message that Facebook prompts you to say. You want to start the conversation, right? And I don't this is another one, cracked back glass, right? So small crack on the back, perfect condition, willing to ship and pick up. So this one only has a cracked back glass. So what I would ask is this the 1 TB model and is it unlocked? Right? Because right now I don't, 500 might seem like a lot of money, but what don't we know? Well, we don't know if the phone is unlocked. We don't know how much storage it has. And remember, we're looking specifically for cracked phones. So we want to message this seller with the iPhone 11. iPhone 11 unlocked, crack on the back, doesn't affect camera or flashlight, phone in good condition, works like new, uh, 120 or best offer. All right, so with this one, same thing. I'm missing information. So I always want to find out how much storage it is, and you don't have to go for the highest gigabyte. I just like to ask a question so that they can just reply yes or no if I guess it right, and if not, they'll just reply no, it's this or that. Psychology says that humans like to say no as quickly as they can. It doesn't matter what you ask them. This is something that I learned working at the bank when I used to make sales calls. So instead of asking someone, oh, is now a good time to speak? I would always say something like, did I catch you at a bad time? Just to get the no out of their system. So if they're gonna say no to something, it doesn't have to be a question that I want them to say yes to. Hey, does the phone work? No. Just like a knee-jerk reaction. Sorry, so same thing here. This one is an iPhone 11. It's $120. It's been listed for 6 weeks. So it does need to be cleaned, blah, 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 not unlocked. All right, so which carrier? Right? So I always like to go for the phones that look broken. Why? Because a lot of people steer away from them. And you don't just have to do this on Facebook Marketplace. You can also do this on eBay, Mercari, OfferUp, Let Go, all those websites. So this one's a little too far for me. I don't even know why it's showing me Providence, Rhode Island, because I'm not out there. I'm in Albany. So we have an iPhone 13 Pro. Again, I don't really like to go after the ones in good condition. I like to focus on the ones that are broken. They're a lot easier to negotiate on. And if you go through my training program and you grab my book, you'll know everything that you need to know about how to repair a phone. When you get the book, You're gonna get training manuals, photo guides, video guides, all that stuff, and the book is only $27. And if you don't like it, you get to keep the book and I'll refund you. So you don't really have anything to lose getting the book. I haven't had any complaints on it so far. A lot of people got a ton of value. But as you see, we're scrolling down, right? Now you'll have this problem in some areas. Some areas you'll be in and you won't be able to find too many devices. But that's why you have to keep checking back over and over throughout the day. However, that's why I like to give people the option to go online. So I'm gonna refresh my eBay app and I'm gonna share my screen. Go back to show you guys this. So you look at eBay, you can see there's a bunch of phones listed here, right? So an auction ends in 13 minutes. Let's open this up so we could expand on the description. Let's see what's wrong with the device. Let's see if they tell us. So the device has a crackback glass, and the camera glass of the device is also cracked. Okay, not a big deal. The device is unable to charge and turn on due to this. Okay, so we would want to avoid a device like that, obviously, because it doesn't power on. Now, you could still win at 190 because the housing has a value and some of the other internal components have value, but because the camera lens is cracked, I wouldn't recommend going with that because it doesn't turn on. It means it's untested and the camera might be broken. So let's move along, see if I can show you guys a live deal snag. Show you what it looks like to find a live deal. All right, so 16 Pro. Eh, I'd probably pass on this because the screen to repair it is like $200. Very, very risky on that. This one isn't so bad. It's locked to T-Mobile. Let's see what the description says. All right, so it does say that it's the ESN is clean, and then they have the ESN. So this one isn't actually a terrible deal. You could fix this. A soft OLED display, which is like one of the best quality screens that you can get, is only like I think 100 to $150. Let's look. 15 Pro Max soft OLED. Let's see what they're going for on eBay. Nope, this is 16 Pro Max. All right, so yeah, $130 you can get the screen for. You get the screen for $130. The phone is right now the auction's at 215. Let's say you get it for 300. Um, let's see. So we have 300 plus 134. And when you get the book, I'm able to connect you with parts suppliers that are selling the parts for cheaper, but let's say you just want to do it on your own after watching this video. Let's see what a 15 Pro Max is going for. Let's see. I'm just checking another website just to get the resale value of it. So a 15 Pro Max locked to T-Mobile with a clean IMEI, and let's say it's pretty busted up. Even in the worst condition, you'll be able to sell that from anywhere from 500 to $515 locally. If it's in good condition, then you'll be able to sell it for a little over $600 locally, anywhere from six to $700 locally. So after fees and expenses, 434, you can sell it for 600. That's around 150 gain from that. And that was without leaving the house. You have the phone shipped to your home and you have the display shipped to your home. We have another one. We have another one right here where the auction is ending soon. It's a 15 Pro Max, and this one is going right now for 170. Auction ends in 3 hours, right? So if you're at work right now or you're home doing nothing, doesn't really matter. You could just set an alarm on your phone. So around 347, you come back, you see where the price is at, or you could just put your bid in now. And if you're lucky, there's already 106 bids. Somebody else is probably going to get it. And that's another thing. I like to look for listings where there's no biddings on, like this one. You could go ahead and check the description, but the price is really low. Um, so there's probably a reason for that. But I like to focus on the ones that have a description. That way it saves me a lot of time because there's so many listings on here. And again, this is all stuff that I teach you guys inside of the book the Phone Repair Academy blueprint. You can find it on my website. It's going to be linked at the bottom of this post. You can go ahead and grab the book. Like I said, it's $27. Doesn't take long to arrive. And after you get the book, you get a one-on-one call with me as well, just to implement everything inside of it. So there's really no way that you could lose. I have a several week intensive training program that I put you through at no additional cost to teach you guys how to repair devices. Or if you're a shop owner and you already have staff, you could use it as a training program for your team. So let's just scroll down a little bit more, see if we can't find another deal. It's 14 Pro unlocked. Let's see the description on this. 300 is not bad. So what's wrong with this one? All right, the device is boot looping and has liquid damage. That's a little more advanced. You can make something on that, but I would say beginners avoid it. A little bit of an advanced tactic, but I mean, it ends in a day, right? So if you're lucky, you win the auction. That's not a bad deal there either. So yeah, you have auctions and you have buy it now listings. There's plenty of opportunities to make something fixing and flipping broken phones. And that's what I'm trying to teach you guys. A lot of people come to me and they say, "Oh, what if I don't want to fix phones for people?" Well, the good news is you don't have to. You can always just buy broken phones and work from home, and you can eat like that. You don't have to repair phones for people. So you can use one to supplement the other or vice versa. If you want to just stay home and repair phones, you could do it like this. If you have a slow day where you're not getting a lot of traffic from people that need their phones repaired, you can go online and you can buy broken phones, or you could go on your Facebook Marketplace and buy broken phones. There's a lot of ways for you to see success with this skill, but step one is to learn it. So if you want to learn how to get started in phone repair, or you already have a business and you're looking to grow and scale it through organic or paid advertising, I can help you. Go ahead, go to my website, grab my book, the PRABlueprint.com. It's also linked in the post. You can just hit learn more button, or you can click the link depending on where you're watching from. And I will see you guys in the next video. If you have any questions, just message me. Peace.